Welcome to English Stories by Manvi Sharma, where simple stories create powerful lessons.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to share an inspiring audiobook-style story about success, self-improvement, and the incredible power of small daily habits.
Today's story is called The Power of Tiny Habits. It is a simple yet life-changing story that teaches us how small actions repeated every day can create extraordinary results.
Section 1. The Perfect Moment Trap. Let's meet Vikram.
Vikram was a young boy living in a small town, and like so many of us, he had really big dreams. But, he was caught in this trap of constantly waiting for the perfect moment. Every single Monday, he'd promise himself, "From tomorrow, I will study for 3 hours every day." But tomorrow never really came. Days slipped into weeks, and weeks bled into months. We can all totally relate to that heavy frustration, can't we? Nothing changed. His grades remained completely average, and slowly, his confidence just fell.
Section 2. A change in thinking. Small changes, big results.
One quiet evening, while wandering through the local library, Vikram stumbled upon an old book, and it turned out to be the exact catalyst he needed for a total transformation. He opened to the very first page, and the very first sentence read, "Success is not built in a day, it is built daily." Vikram just stopped reading. He stared at those words.
For the very first time, he understood something incredibly important. Maybe success wasn't about doing huge things. Maybe it was about doing small things consistently.
Section 3. The 10-minute experiment. Small beginnings.
The very next morning, feeling a genuine spark of hope, Vikram decided to actually test the idea from that book. Instead of setting this massive goal to study for 3 hours, he tried a much smaller beginning. He sat down and studied for only 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. It felt easy. The next day, he repeated it, and then again. And by doing this, he started building a gradual, really encouraging sense of progress rather than expecting sudden success. Soon, those 10 minutes became 20, and then 20 seamlessly became 30. Almost without realizing it, studying had become a core part of his daily routine. He was no longer relying on fleeting motivation to get the work done. His new habit was doing the heavy lifting for him.
As the months passed, at first, nobody really noticed. His friends were still spending hours just scrolling on their phones, and some even laughed at his tiny daily routine. But Vikram kept at it. Just one small step every single day. Then, slow but steady improvement began to show. His grades improved, his confidence grew, his teachers definitely noticed his progress. But most importantly,
Section 4. The Sudden Breakthrough. Extraordinary Results. A whole year later, the big examination results were finally announced. Vikram achieved one of the absolute highest scores in his entire school. The people around him were just shocked. They crowded around him, fully expecting him to reveal some hidden special technique. They asked the one dramatic question on everyone's mind. What is your secret?
instead, Vikram just smiled. With quiet confidence and real humility, he said, "There is no secret. I just improved a little every day."
Section 5. The final moral lesson. The power of consistency. That day, Vikram learned a profound lesson from this explainer of his own life. Big success often looks sudden from the outside. But behind every success story are hundreds of small actions nobody sees. Every single page read, every tiny habit. Together, they build up to create truly extraordinary results.
You do not need to change your entire life today.
Just improve by a small amount every day. Because great achievements are simply small actions repeated consistently. So what tiny habit will you begin today?